and we unmute our audio, and we're live. Okay, hello everybody out there on YouTube and Facebook and things like that. Welcome to the Emerald Gore Society's first AniNightmares is what we've decided to call this, where myself and Mr. Carter are going to cover all things anime and animated and horror, animated horror, anime, and yeah, that kind of thing. So, what are we going to talking about today, Carter?
We're going to do Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. So, anyone who hasn't seen Attack on Titan, get on Netflix and check it out. It's got to be one of the best animated shows that's come out in that so far. Anyway, in my opinion, it's up there. I really like Seven Deadly Sins as well. Came out, which I thought was epic.
Now that one I haven't seen.
I might get you to catch up on that. We might do that for the next episode. It's very cool. I think season 2 is out now as well. But anyway, so I'm wearing my Attack on Titan hoodie because we're doing Attack on Titan. So for anyone that doesn't know what Attack on Titan is, for shame, number one. Number two, basically there's an alternate world. Well, it's Earth in the future, and the world is full of giants. And the giants are trying to eat the humans, not for a food source, just for the laugh, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, just for kicks.
Just for kicks. They just like eating humans. There's only a couple of thousand humans left, and they've built like is it a 4-tier? 3-tier city. Kind of like big walls and stuff like that. And everything's grand then. They beat the giants somehow, and everything's fine for a couple of 100 years or something like that. The series starts off in the past, and then after about 3 episodes, it brings you up to what would be the present day with them. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So everything's fine, and everyone's training to fight the giants, but the giants are nowhere to be seen. And then a massive titan, which is a good 100 feet taller than the wall, just decides to invade the place. And for lack of a technical term, I suppose the shit hits the fan.
Oh, seriously, yeah.
So pick it up there a little bit, Carter.
Now, like you said, they have this whole 3-tier wall. I want to say like the very first tier was kind of the farming, stuff like that, because they supplied the food for the other 2 tiers.
There was kind of like agriculture, there was the military, and then there's the final tier, which are kind of all the politicians and high-to-do mighty folk who have nothing to do with the giants whatsoever.
Exactly. And they just kind of got to sit up high on the hill and just pretty much live fat. But like you said, I think they called it the Colossal Titan.
Yeah,
because
he's fucking huge.
And looks completely different than all the others, because the others look almost humanish. Kind of torqued out a little bit, but a little bit.
They're human. They have that. Most of them have no skin, isn't it? All of their muscles are on the outside, aren't they?
No, it was the.
Or is it just the colossal one?
Because there was the colossal one, and then there was that other one that kind of looked like it had armor, or it was tougher because it would blow through walls.
I suppose maybe will we put on the trailer just for for anyone who hasn't seen it. I suppose it would make sense, wouldn't
it? Yeah.
Give him a. Well, that's not it. The big guy breaks through the wall, and he absolutely makes mince of it. Did he climb over the wall? No, he just went through it. And the rumor was
he went through it.
The rumor was he had climbed over the wall, but he didn't. And the farming community were, needless to say, not remotely set up for this. They'd gotten a little bit lackadaisical in their minding of the city a little bit. It had been so long.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I mean, I think it was like the first episode. One of the kids was arguing with the soldiers. He's like, "Dude, if they come, they come. We got it." I mean, they'd completely gotten laxed in the whole thing.
Yeah, they were just sitting. If I remember correctly, they were actually just sitting down, playing cards and drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nobody was really at a post. They were all just kind of dicking around.
Yeah, 100%. Dicking around. Well done. Attack on Titan trailer. Here we go. Okay, we'll shrink this down a little bit. We'll slap it. Sorry for the kind of, we don't know where we're putting stuff at the moment, because this, as we have mentioned in the description box, is the pilot episode. So yeah, I suppose we do that, and then we go, and I'll blow it up here, and I'll hit play. It is in English on Netflix, by the way, if anyone's interested. Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that all of the humans have high-powered, springy rope. I can't think of how to describe it. You describe it. I can't think of how to.
Oh man, it's kind of a harpoon system.
Yeah.
They shoot it into a building and then like repel from it, and they use that to kind of keep moving from tree to tree, building to building. I thought that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like it's like they had the idea for the giants, and they were like, okay, so we have giants attacking a city. The humans are very much able and capable of defending the city. What way can we make this cooler? Let's get them to have pneumatic firing harpoon systems that send them hurtling through. You were supposed to shut up talking. Shush, YouTube. God damn you. Yeah, it's these guys go flying through the city at very, 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 very high speeds.
And I mean, because of that, there's some awesome fight scenes throughout the whole show.
It's amazing. Something else that we forgot to mention about the Titans are that they are virtually unkillable.
Oh yeah.
You can hurt them, but they regenerate at a ridiculous speed. Like, if I remember correctly, it was mentioned kind of in one of the later episodes. Once the main kids that are in it at the start are grown up and they're applying into what are the name of the guys that fight them again?
Oh, the Scouts.
The Scouts. It's once they're kind of in their late teens and they've joined the Scouts and stuff like that. But I remember being mentioned that I think a Titan can regenerate. You can blow off its head and it'll regenerate in about 2 minutes. Now, for you. Because
Yeah.
The whole head will regenerate.
Because you had to get that one special spot at the base.
There's like a 3 foot by 3 foot area on the nape of their neck that you got to cut that out, and that for some reason, I don't know, the regeneration gland or something is in there.
Right. I don't really think they fine-toothed that part.
Yeah.
They just kind of threw that part out there like, hey, you have to get like right at the base of the skull, but it had to be a clean cut. If you did a partial, that would regenerate.
Yeah. I wouldn't say skim. They did skim over, I suppose, for lack. I wouldn't say fully skimmed over. They definitely just kind of went, that's how that's done. Although I suppose they haven't really had many Titans to study on and examine. So they just, they don't know why it works, but it fucking works. So, don't argue with it.
Right. It's not like they can really bring any into the city just to experiment on.
No, not until later on. So, as per usual with the kind of, was this an American movie? Was this an American thing first? No, it wasn't. It was Japanese.
Yeah.
It was Japanese. Yeah. So kind of, as per usual, with the kind of the standard anime kind of things, there's always one special guy.
Right.
One special guy who's technically kind of useless, but due to his sheer heart and perseverance, turns out to be better and more aggressive than anybody else. And that would be Eren, who'd be the main protagonist in the whole show, who also turns out, is able to turn into one of these Titans. Not at will initially, but relatively at will by the end of it.
And dude, his looks sick. I dig when he transforms.
Yeah, he's got that kind of disjointed mouth.
Yeah.
Like he goes to eat one of the other Titans in a fight, and he actually rips his own jaw open further so he can munch on this fucking Titan. Oh, it's absolutely savage, and he's yet again the Titan, even though he's really big and cool, kind of has the same downfalls, I suppose, or flaws as Aaron does. You know, he's kind of a runt compared to a lot of the other Titans, and you know he doesn't know all of his powers and stuff like that. But by God, he's got gumption and perseverance and
right. And he also, like you said, he kind of tends to, like his counterpart, just charge in. Doesn't really have a plan. Just thinks he can duke it out with him.
Yeah, he's. It doesn't even occur to him that he can die. Actually, do you know what I mean? He's literally like, I'm going to kill every Titan in the world. This is before he's even realized he's a giant and he's able to do this kind of thing.
Yep. If it wasn't for his sister, that poor boy would have died a long time ago.
Oh yeah. So the sister is a beast in herself.
Yes, she is.
It's a very funny scene actually when they're kind of in we'll call it the prequel stage, just to have a name on it. Where there's another friend of theirs who's kind of not unlike the American horror movie setup. They always have their kind of their four core guys.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So you have Aaron, who's the runt of the litter, and he's not as good as everybody else at everything, but by God, he's got the heart, and his heart will get him through. Then you've got the sister, who is the hard ass, which is very funny. But like, I wouldn't fuck with this girl. She will fuck you up very fast.
The fact that anybody in the village can see it. Oh, not her. Like, she put the fear of anybody. Like, they knew who she was.
Yeah. And then there was what's the name of the Brainiac kid?
Oh crap.
Give me a minute. I have a wiki page here.
Same here.
Krista. No, Krista's the sister, isn't it?
Yeah.
Erwin.
There we go.
Expedition including the Commander and Survey Corps. Erwin. No, wait, hang on. Titan Shifter Production. Jesus Christ. There's so many pages here. Anyway, the nerdy guy is getting his head kicked in by these three bullies, and Aaron comes running at them, and he's like, I'm about to, get away from him and blah, blah, blah. And they'd obviously beat the piss out of him at some stage earlier, because like, oh, there's little Aaron looking to get his head kicked in again, basically. And then the sister comes running up behind, and the three lads just take tacky. They want nothing to do with her.
Yeah, no, and you get the feeling through the whole show that Aaron has just had his ass kicked more times than he can count.
Yeah, he's like Rocky. He just keeps on coming.
Right.
I'm just
like
gonna.
You said, that makes a good character, But every now and then you kind of start to feel bad for him. Like, dude, just pick a different battle. Let this one go.
Yeah. 100%. You take it away there for a second. I'm just going to get on Facebook here and just share this link to the page.
Okay. But no, cool thing about the show was they didn't make all the Titans one size. I dug how you had a couple that were maybe a few feet taller than normal humans. You had the small version. There was a threat on any level. You had the ones that were mass destructive. You had the ones that could creep up on you from behind a building. There was really danger all around once they broke through the walls and stayed in the city.
Yeah, 100%. I'm assuming this link should bring people to the page. It brought you to the page, didn't it?
It came through from Skype.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to click this and see Google 404 error. Okay, that link doesn't work. Jesus. How do I... That's the live dashboard, so I can't share it from there. Okay, we're going to have to assume. There's literally nobody watching us anyway at the moment, so it's fine.
But yeah, no, it's rare to get a anime where you get hooked right off the bat. And this one did. Like, even like you said, the prequel was enough action and backstory to get me hooked within the first couple of episodes. And I think it took me like 2 days to finish it.
I unfortunately had a full-time job, like an actual full-time job, as well as doing shitloads of photography and filming as well. So it took me, even with all of that, it took me about a week.
Well, and I mean, there's 25 episodes alone in the first. In the first
But
season,
the typical anime, kind of like Bleach and Tokyo Ghoul and everything like that. They're the 20-minute mark, and even a good solid 5 minutes of that 20 minutes is intros and outros.
Yeah, which I mean, that's the cool thing about catching it on something like Netflix or something, because I always did catching the intros just to see what they look like. But after like episode 2 or 3, I wound up fast tracking through it just so
I actually never got sick of the theme tune from Attack on Titan, even though I don't understand the feckin' word of what's in it.
I never got sick of it, which is rare because I usually get burned out after a few. I always dug it, but I was more like, okay, we just left off with Eren like hanging out in the mouth of a giant. I want to see what's going
on. Yeah, he did love hanging out. Maybe, actually, I'm actually going to put on the Attack on Titan theme tune, I think.
Okay.
We'll give people a holla. A holla holla. Attack on Titan opening. There we go. Okay, we pause that now for a sec. And we jump back in here. Whoop. Where's my OBS gone? Where has OBS gone? Trying to find OBS. It's here somewhere. That's going to make things difficult. 2 seconds. Okay, so we just hide Chrome here. Nope, that's not hiding it. That's making it bigger. Okay, if we shrink that down. Yeah, OBS seems to have crashed on me.
What did?
Oh no, it's okay. Okay, I think we're back online.
There we go.
Where were we on it?
You were trying to find the opening theme.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so is it still open? Yeah. Add that in there, so I will. And we'll add wherever it is. It's here somewhere. Jesus, why? Anyone not from Ireland watching that, that's a very Irish thing to say, by the way. That's I am from Ireland.
While you're looking for that, one of the people brought on the chat to see both the films for the anime.
Yeah.
Did you ever get around to doing that?
Do which?
Saw the 2 live adaptions that they did for it.
I haven't. Oh, I didn't see the live ones yet. I didn't know they were actually out.
Yeah. Visually, they looked really cool. I thought they did a killer job on the Titans. I didn't really care for the story, though. Like they kind of chopped some stuff up and rearranged things a bit.
Oh, was it try to fit two movies worth into
They split up the first season and tried to do it in 2 movies. And
Okay.
so they kind of rearranged some things and added some weirdness to it. It just wasn't as good as the anime, really. Well, like I said, visually it looked cool.
It never will be as good as the anime, though, will it?
No, I don't think so. But it's weird, though, because I don't really know why they changed some of the stuff that they did. I don't know if that was to help them try to find closure for the storyline or what.
Okay, we'll just pop that on in there now. And then I just hit play here. Super epic theme tune. Type thing you get a lot of good. You get you're cleaning in the house done like exceptionally quickly with it. You know, imagine you have a broom out to that, like just. It's not 3 minutes long. Is it a 3-minute long intro on the show? Carter, is it a 3-minute long intro on the show? 3.5 minutes.
Man, I didn't realize it was that long.
Well, maybe they mightn't play the full. They mightn't play the full song. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, like you said, though, it's a cool song, and I dig hearing it. But I think later on in the series, in the season, they wind up changing it to something else.
Oh no, do they?
I think so. Still just as cool sounding,
but not as cool sounding.
Right.
Why did they do it?
Why did they change it?
Yeah. I thought got rid of that.
I mean,
excellent. Shadow solved.
Yeah, but 14 through 25, they changed the opening.
Yeah, enough of that. It's long.
Yeah, that first opening, they went with This Beautiful, Cruel World, and then it changes to Wings of Freedom.
Oh, okay. We'll throw Wings of Freedom on in a while. Maybe. I don't know.
But either way, like I said, there's a lot going on. And I dug the fact that there's always something going on. I never got bored watching it. Either with the characters or all the fight scenes, there was something really keeping my attention to it.
Yeah, what I think was the epic test of how good the show was and appealing to a wide audience was I used to live with a guy. Shout out to Uncle Dave. He's an epic man, but he was in his 50s. And ordinarily, it was myself and his nephew and him all lived together. And myself and his nephew would be big into our kind of anime stuff. And ordinarily, if we wanted to put any of that shit on, he'd be like, no, fucking, I can't watch it. You know, he'd just go off on the tablet or whatever. But he did the same with Attack on Titan. But like it was on and he was just doing his thing on the tablet. And after about 2 episodes, he was like, this is actually pretty good, isn't it? I was like, I know, it's fucking awesome, isn't it? And he's like, yeah, but he's like, got fucking stuck in, like, it's very good.
Yeah, and anybody that I've talked to that's seen it, same way. Like it's cool shit, you know. And now with season 2 getting ready to come out, I'm even more stoked about it.
It's one of those TV shows that if the budget was there for it to happen in a live action TV series, it would have been a live action TV series. But I just don't think. I like. There's just the reason some of these awesome stories are animated are because I don't think there's budgets to be able to make them happen.
Yeah.
In real life,
you can get away with stuff more like with the imagination in anime. I mean, because there's some crazy stuff out there.
You can go crazy. Like if, not to get into the darker side of anime, but if someone was to get molested by a bunch of tentacles in a live action TV series, that TV series would never see her.
Right.
Not remotely. This doesn't happen in Attack on Titan, by the way, but it does happen in quite a lot of anime. Well, not a lot of anime. Well, a fair amount of anime.
Because like I said, there's quite a bit of darker stuff out there, but I mean, all that is because of the freedom of anime. They can draw whatever they want, however they want. And I just don't think it would be as good if they try to do live action with just the CGI and stuff like that.
Are you watching the stream as well?
Yeah.
So far, the only two viewers still are you and me.
Yeah. But we had a comment, so that's a plus.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
So who commented? I can't see it.
John.
Who's John? Hello, John. Oh, is it a comment or an actual message? No. Oh, yeah, John. Oh, yeah. I've seen both films.
Yeah, that's his comments. What made me think of the 2 live action films.
Hello, John. John's an amazing filmmaker. The anime is where it all started, really. Well, it had a comic first, didn't it?
Do what?
It had a comic first, and then the anime, and then the live action movies, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Yeah. So, yeah, the anime is where it all started, though.
Now, I mean, as much as I love anime, I never really took the time to read the mangas.
I would be the same. I'm just aware that there was a comic.
Right.
Thank you,
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
I love comics, but for some reason, I've just never sat down long enough to check out the manga. But I'll be the first to jump on it as soon as they turn it into an anime.
Yeah. I just, sometimes I'm lazy. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to read it. I want the television to tell me what happened.
Yeah.
Because I can put all the voices and stuff together in my head, but you know what my head doesn't have that the TV series doesn't have is an epic soundtrack.
What?
You know, so I completely agree with that. I'm going to hit.
No, I don't know about you, but I wind up preferring to listen to the or watch the dubbed version over the subtitle, or the subtitle over the dubbed.
Two secs. I'm on Gore page. Keep talking there.
I don't know. When I'm watching the dub or when I'm watching the subtitle, I don't know. There's no voices, but when I hear the English dub, it always sounds weird. Like none of the characters sound right.
My set got a lot smaller, and oh crap, it's really hard to type because I'm like Tyrannosaurus Rex hands. It's a good thing those Tyrannosaurus Rex had such big teeth, because if they had to use a knife and fork, they were fucked.
Oh, totally.
Not like there's no table accustomed to it.
I will warn anybody that watches this, it is pretty gory at times.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got biting people in half. limbs. The soldiers are slicing them open, hitting them with cannonballs when they can.
Yeah,
so
even
Aaron. And you felt bad for him, man, because everybody else has a game plan, and he's just like, charge through the front door, it'll work.
Yeah. I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit for his moxie, because it's gotta. I gotta say, like, it's charming.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'd give that to you. Cool thing was, even when his sister joined the Scouts, dude, she was even more of a badass than she was just standing around as a villager or a citizen.
She was which?
Back in the prequel, when she was just a little girl and everybody was scared of her, when she joined the Scouts, she was an even more of a badass.
Well, it was just... I think if she had weaponry when she was not in the Scouts, she would have been as badass as she was in the Scouts. I think it was just a lack of weaponry is what held her back, to be honest.
Well, that, and I think her brother, because, I mean, she always is sitting by his side trying to keep him out of trouble. She just kind of took that as her job, She just kind of followed behind him. Oh, another fight! Get you out of here.
But she didn't even. She didn't really just take it as her job. Like, it literally was her job. Like, the mother when the giant, the initial Titan, was attacking, said it to her, watch out for him, because he's a bit mentally inept.
And I mean, dude, she did it. No matter what he did, charged into a house on fire, she was right next to him.
Oh yeah, she did it in spades.
And I mean, I kind of felt bad for her, because she wouldn't have been in half the fights as she was if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, she had to get his back the whole time. The character development between the two of them throughout the show is savage. How it develops. Because, sorry, for some reason people are messaging me on Facebook instead of messaging me on YouTube. Okay, people are saying you can't. It's not going live. It obviously is going live because people are watching it because Shelton's talking about it.
Do what?
I'm just talking to myself. Sorry, there's people telling me they can't see the thing. Keep talking about Attack on Titan there a little bit, Carter. Sorry.
So I didn't know where you were technically.
So we've established definitely for the next show we need a third person.
Yeah.
Just for when I have to get techie. These are the kinks.
Hey. Let's see. Like I said, first season's out. You said it was on Netflix, which is where I got it, actually. If you really dig it and you become a fan, they've got the 2 live-action films.
Where's that?
The 2 live-action films?
Yeah.
I had to dig down for them.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I found them at now.
Yeah, I couldn't find them anywhere. Live.
Yeah. I just remember because I did the review for it, and they were talking about that, so I kind of kept my eye out for it. And when they dropped, I just grabbed onto both of them. Like I said, as a fan, I still dig the movies just because the Titans looked cool when it was the live action, but I definitely like the story better in the anime. And then, like I said, season 2 is coming out, so that's going to be just as killer as the first one. At least the trailers make it look like it.
Yeah. we'll hop onto the season 2 trailer there.
Okay.
Let people have a look.
It looks like a lot more of the story is going to unfold, and looks like we even get more Titans in this round.
Yeah, they look like a much wider variety, and the story has to unfold because Aaron hasn't really yet he's barely uncovered what he's able to do with the powers, because there's a little we won't get into it too much because we don't want to spoiler alert it for you, but you find out that Aaron doesn't develop this ability to turn into a giant or Titan by accident, shall we say.
Right. I'd forgotten about that. No, and I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of stuff that they're slowly unfolding that's really going to take off in the second season. You've got his backstory. They're still figuring out new stuff about the Titans. See, like I said, we're going to get some new Titans out there.
Yeah.
I think there's quite a few side stories with other characters that they were kind of folding on, traders and stuff like that.
Okay, so we will just jump into this trailer here now, because we have it. Oopsie boo 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 boo. Phew. Put that trailer right there now. That's what we'll do. Actually, we'll blow it up a little bit. That's tiny, people. Get your glasses out, people, if you want to see this. It's ironic, actually, because we're talking about giants, but the screen is tiny. Boom.
Right.
Hit play anyway. There we go. We'll turn it up a tiny little bit. Yet again, presumably in English. It's good. Even the animation seems to have picked it up a notch or something.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. It's going to sound like a strange comparison, but it's like when you look at the first 2 seasons of Family Guy and then you look at the last 2 seasons of Family Guy. Do you know what I mean? It seems to have got like that. Yeah. I would imagine Netflix turned around and went, here, have a shitload of money and fucking silky that up there a little bit more. Yeah.
But it looks sharper, cleaner.
Yeah.
And I thought the first one looked real good.
Oh, did you see that transformation? Yes. That is sick. Attack on Titan 2. This time it's personal. Oh, yeah.
There's our
Aaron as a giant as well, not unlike Rocky, is able to take a phenomenal amount of pummeling. A phenomenal amount of pummeling without losing the will to stand up, for lack of a technical term.
I will admit, I was kind of surprised with the amount of abuse that he could take and still keep going.
Yeah, but that's because he's got the hurt. He's got hurt. He's got hurt, Good old Aaron.
But no, like I said, I'm curious just to see where they go with it. Like you said, there's the whole reason why he can change that still has to come out. They've only hinted at it the first season.
Yeah, there's only a little speckle of it. And even with the little speckle, you're like, oh, you sneaky bastard.
Right.
You sneaky... I liked you motherfucker.
And I think they did a really good job laying everything out. Some of those storylines, they're just teasing you just a little bit. And enough that it keeps you hooked. So like the next time his secret came out, you only get 2 seconds of it to put to put another piece to the puzzle. Everything was laid out really well.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's the typical kind of Eastern way of telling a story, though. I've always liked the way they really know how to kind of pace it out a little bit.
No, and that's true because there is a big difference between their anime and like some of the stuff that we've put out. The storytelling is definitely different and not as good.
It's a little more. I can't wait an hour and a half to find out everything. Can you just tell me everything now, please? Do you know what I mean? Whereas with the Asian stuff, you're kind of like, oh, what's going to happen? I don't know. They just bring it out. Even with the horror movies, their horror movies are just absolutely impeccable.
Yeah.
Impeccable.
Yeah, and that's true because, like you said, we want everything right here, right now.
Yeah.
If we do that, you're left with 6 more episodes that they can't really do anything with because they've already dumped everything out.
Yeah, slow down, people.
Usually just kind of teeters off.
Enjoy the story. Enjoy it like a fine glass of wine.
Yep.
In fairness, now I'm as guilty. I can be as guilty. I've been like, oh my god, this film is going fucking nowhere, and I'm only like 15 minutes into it. 15 minutes in it, no one's died. How is this possible?
No, and that's true. I'm the same way.
Although with Attack on Titan, even though they draw the story out and they take their time with introducing you to the characters and how they develop and things like that, you're still not ever long without a nice chunk of action somewhere.
Right.
First episode even had a giant stomping the city to bits.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, it definitely has a great balance because if nothing's going on fight wise, there's just these cool character stories unraveling.
Yeah. There's the chick that fucking loves eating the whole time. She's brilliant.
Right. And I think that's another cool thing is not all the characters are serious. You've got these, I don't want to say flaky, but just weird things where like that. Every time you turn around, she's got food in her hand.
Yeah. It's that's kind of synonymous with the anime kind of thing, though. There's always this weird running gag humor thing going on, and there's always food jokes. There's every anime I can think of. There's some seriously hungry bastard.
Right.
Or ordinarily, it's actually the main guy, which it's unusual for it to just be a random person in this one, especially who's kind of a lower level character in relation to the storyline. Because like if you look at Bleach, it's oh Jesus, what's the main guy from Bleach again? It's gone out of my head completely, but it's the main guy from Bleach, and if you look at Seven Deadly Sins, it's the main guy from Seven Deadly Sins as well. Just absolute ravenous appetites, so they can go off and save the world on a daily to bi-daily basis, I suppose.
There we go. Sorry, I lost connection. I'm back.
Oh, okay. Although Aaron's hungry in his own right. When he goes into giant mode, he loves eating an old giant or two because he's not small. He's not like a. I know as I said, he's a bit of a runt in comparison to some of the giants, but he's still a lot bigger than some of the other giants as well.
Right, because I think at one point he tries to go on with a. I want to say he tried to take on Colossal.
He did, and he failed.
That seemed like that one didn't fare too well for him, but he could take the other Colossals on. I think the other Titans on.
Yeah.
I think at one point he took like 3 or 4 of them on.
Yeah. Well, he is quite big because if I remember correctly, there's some of the Titans who they're giants, but they're not like super giants. They're like 20-foot kind of thing.
Right.
Do you know? Whereas Aaron's like over the size of buildings.
And I think there were even a couple that were small enough to hide behind a house because they were the creepy, almost kiddish looking ones.
Yeah. Take a look at that.
Because it seemed like a couple of them popped up behind soldiers when they weren't paying attention.
Thanks to Just G there for commenting. Just G, the superstar DJ from Limerick. He is a superstar DJ. Kind of. He is, yeah. He's good. I'll show you his tunes sometime. They don't fit into the horror category, so or the anime category. Although they could kind of fit it. You could whack him into an anime. somewhere.
Yeah.
I just love saying superstar DJ.
Yeah, and funny enough, right after I watched, Attack, I started noticing that a couple of the other animes that I watched had that same formula. Didn't transfer as well. I mean, you could kind of feel like it was a Titan knockoff.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about how I'm a poor, lonely, useless person? Then, I realise that I'm actually worth something. I've got a bit of tenacity. Oh, look, I've got superpowers. That kind of thing.
Right.
That's kind of been nearly formulaic to a lot of them throughout the years. But like, I do know what you're saying. Like, a Jin is the exact same formula. And Tokyo Ghoul was the kind of same formula as well.
Damn it.
You alright? Hello, Carter.
I keep losing connection.
Okay. I'm not losing you here, though.
Go.
I was saying Jin and...
No, it's on my end.
Jin and Tokyo Ghoul have the same sort of formula as well,
Yeah. Definitely not as good of a playthrough, though.
No.
Because like you said, they had all the elements, but it just didn't lay out as well.
No. Tokyo Ghoul let me down after season 1. They had a very slow season 1, which can work sometimes, a la Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad had a very slow season 1, and then season 2 was a corker. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But no, season 1 was very slow, and then season 2 was also shit. Not shit. Sorry, it's good. It's watchable, but I don't know. It just didn't grab me. And you think it would? You think it would? We are going to be reviewing it at some stage, so I'm going to have to get my on the fence about it.
Yeah, no, everything moves slow, so I was still trying to give it a chance. I wound up catching both seasons of it and the 2 OVAs that they did, so I got caught up on all of it.
The OVAs?
Yeah, there's like 2, Pinto and Jack, I think. But even all of the Tokyo Ghoul combined still didn't grab my attention as quickly and hold it as well as Attack on Titan did.
I'm going to see if I can find... there was a video I saw... Attack on Titan. There was a video I saw earlier amongst my bit of studying for the show tonight, and it was it top 10 strongest Titans? Top 10 deaths. That was it. There we go. Just to give you guys a bit of a indication. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert before this comes on, but it'll let you watch mojo.com for EGS to.
Grab your 3D maneuvering gear. It's
hang on. I'll grab it there now in a moment. We won't play that actually. I'll see if I can find a different one. Attack on Titan, all deaths in under 3 minutes. That could be good. Okay. Oh, it's got the theme tune and everything. Alright, cool. We'll go with that. Okay. Yet again, spoiler alert, people. Spoiler alert. Careful now. That sort of thing. Just to fill a bit of space. Do 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 do. There we go. Get back over there. That's what I was looking for. That's the attack on the neck we were telling you about. That's got to happen. Ooh! This is actually a very good way of showing you how people get killed without telling you any of the fucking storyline. It's just... That's actually an epic scene in the church. Yeah, he's a hard ass as well, that captain. There's old Aaron having a wobbler. What I like about the Titans as well are they're very well groomed.
Yeah.
For a bunch of guys who don't seem to, they don't wield any weapons or anything, you'd wonder how they shave and things like that. Mach 3 probably. Oh yeah, she's a bitch.
Yeah.
We don't find out who she is actually, do we?
No.
No, okay. I would imagine that's a season 2 reveal. I'm mad to find out who she is. Do you think I think it's that kind of hardy blonde bitch. I won't mention names.
Oh no, that's what I think it is too.
Yeah. Except they're making it very obvious, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was torn on that too because it's that whole, they're laying it out like you said, so obvious. Are they trying to misdirect? Or
Oh! Head gone. Nice. Nom nom nom. Nom. I've had a big long walk in the woods. Have me an old scout for lunch. Nom 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 nom. Cool. Okay, so that's that.
But yeah, no, I really do think it's her though.
Yeah, I can't see how it isn't, but it's just they're being so obvious with it, it's making it very hard for me to believe it actually is just her.
Right. And that could be one of the things they give us since there's so much going on with backstories. That could honestly just be a freebie that they're throwing to us since we're still trying to figure so many other things out.
I feel the way Aaron got his powers has something to do with her as well.
Yeah.
Well, not that his powers are something to do with her, but as in they originated from the same place or something. Well,
because there's a handful of them that are different than the other Titans, I kind of think that might be everybody's story. Like Colossal and whatever the...
Yeah, because a lot of the Titans aren't smart. They're just running and killing machines.
Right.
They do what the bigger Titans do.
But then you've got that select few, like the girl and the Colossal, that...
Yeah.
Like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, it's... Well, with the girl for definite, because the girl changes into a human as well.
Right.
You just never see which human it is. So... That's why Aaron is so effective in fighting the other Titans, is because Aaron's actually got like a cognitive thinking process going on. Well, a more so cognitive thinking process than what would ordinarily a normal Titan would have.
I'll say, I think he's kind of stuck in the middle of them. He doesn't have that full-on higher function that some of the others do,
yeah.
But he's not the mindless one that go free roaming.
Yeah, well, he seems to be getting control. The more and more he goes Titan, the more control he seems to be getting, bar when he doesn't have control and he loses it.
Right. Because, yeah, that's the thing. The majority of the Titans just kind of seem like they're attracted to sound, movement. They just kind of wander into the town, don't really have direction, just, oh, look, people, and just start eating. And when that spot's done, they just kind of keep free roaming like zombies.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they just have this kind of uh, pack, or not even pack, more of a hive mentality. You got your worker bees, and then you got the higher functioning ones who tell the worker bee ones what to do.
Right. Because, I mean, in the trailer you saw, if they bump into each other, it doesn't really matter. They'll boot themselves out of the way.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
just really have no care.
No, din-dins
Yeah.
is din-dins. It doesn't matter who's in the way.
Right. There's really no team effort there. They just kind of, And I think that's what I like about the other Colossals or the other Titans is, they show that higher brain function. And so I'm really curious as, what are they up to? Why are they here? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where the Colossus came from as well.
Yeah.
And ends up running out of...
That does fascinate me oh so much.
No,
I think
like everything about this one, I'm curious on all the little aspects, people in the background doing stuff. It's just a really good anime.
Yeah, I totally enjoyed it. I'm very much looking forward to season 2 coming out. I'm actually just trying to find out here, is there a date? I have everything shrank down to make a... I have everything shrank down to make it easier for having pages open, so it's a little bit hard. Attack on Titan release date.
There we go. April 2017.
January, February, March, April. So we got another month or two.
Yeah. It was confirmed in January that the second season will premiere in April.
Awesome. I actually cannot wait for that. Okay, so I think for our piloty episode, or 0.0, we might start to call it a night because evidently, I could be wrong, but from what I'm seeing here, it's still all part of the one stream, so it's adding it all up together, even though we had a break. So we're at the hour mark, which is what I was hoping for. So from me, Johnny Deadly, and from Carter over there, we're going to say goodbye. And don't forget to check me out with Giz, another guy from the EGS, on the Gorecast. The Gorecast is the Emerald Gore Society's, I don't know, what would you call it? Horror chat show, I suppose, for lack of a technical term.
Yeah. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah. We'll play a little trailer, I think. Yeah, and we keep an eye on the Emerald Gore YouTube and stuff, because we've got more live streams and shows and stuff coming out now, because we've got the thumb out after the holidays and started implementing some of the plans that we were planning to implement. There's Giz looking very angry at me within 10 seconds of the show starting. So that's the kind of hilarity that you get to see on the Gorecast there. So anyway, from myself and Carter, we'll catch you guys later on, and hope you enjoyed this. And go watch Attack on Titan before April 2017. And then in April 2017, go watch season 2 of Attack on Titan. And if there's any anime that you want us to cover or something on the show, mail us at emeraldgoresociety@gmail.com. Okay, so good night, guys.
Take care. Thanks for watching.